Hi, my name is Sarah, your host of Fact Quest, a show where my partner Luke and I, that's him on the other side of the camera, where Luke and I not only uncover the real facts behind an issue, but where we also try to determine what role we need to play to help resolve it. We're going to talk to you about garbage. Sound boring to you? Trust me, it's not. For most of us, the minute we throw something into the garbage or recycling bin, it's gone. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Wrong. What you decide to throw away and where you decide to throw it does matter. So, stick around for a fresh take on garbage that we've unearthed just for you. Our journey begins here, at a landfill, in Ottawa's West End, the Trail Waste Facility. See all that garbage out there? That's just what has arrived here in the last hour. Can you believe that? 1 hour. To get the lowdown on these new age dumps, we're going to speak to Cassandra Petrella. She works here at Trail Waste Facility. Hi, Cassandra.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the landfill at Trail Road.
Thanks. Is it true that in the old days, garbage was basically hauled off to the old town dump? Some type of hole on the edge of town where it was basically just buried and forgotten?
Right. Not a great plan. That garbage not only polluted the surrounding water and earth, but it also polluted the air when it was burned.
So what makes this landfill so different?
Well, for one thing, modern landfills are regulated. That means they have to follow some stiff government controls.
Okay, so this all sounds like a good thing. What's the problem then? I mean, we constantly hear about this huge looming garbage crisis.
Well, landfills such as this cost millions of dollars to build and maintain. Eventually they get full and have to close. And at the rate this one is going, it's got enough space for another 10 years.
So why don't we just build a new one as soon as this one fills up?
Well, you see, it's not that simple. Land that is suitable for landfills is very hard to come by, and no one wants a landfill in their neighborhood. For right now, we have to make sure that this landfill lasts for another 40 years, not just the next 10.
And that's where you come in, my friends, because you just have to be here for 1 second to see exactly how much garbage actually comes in through these gates.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. I know, they sound so yesterday. You've been hearing about the 3 R's since kindergarten, right? But there's a 4th R on the scene now. Rethink. And it's probably the most important R today, because if we don't start rethinking how we deal with garbage, we may just be up to our armpits in it someday. For instance, here in Canada's capital, we're not doing so well with the 3 R's. In fact, we're way behind cities like Halifax, Edmonton, and Vancouver, which are diverting almost twice as much garbage from their landfills as we do. Back up there a minute. What do we mean by divert? It means redirect or turn away. So, you know all those garbage trucks that are lined up waiting to get into the landfill? At least a third of each of their loads could probably be spared. In other words, diverted somewhere else. Right now in Ottawa, more than 200,000 tons of garbage goes to landfill every year, and that's just residential garbage. If that sounds like a lot, well, it is. That's enough garbage to fill about 25,000 transport trucks. Imagine a line of transport trucks bumper to bumper all the way from Ottawa to London, Ontario. Every year, Ottawa residents send about $1 million straight into the landfill. Pop cans, milk cartons, plastic jugs, and Kleenex boxes are not garbage. They belong in your blue box. Luke and I decided to hit the malls and check out packaging for ourselves, and we were stunned by what we found. Excessive packaging twice the size of the product itself, and none of it is recyclable. So, what can we do about it? We need to rethink before we buy. Look for brands that have less wrapping. Avoid disposables. Try to buy products that are recyclable. And most importantly, figure out whether it's something you really need in the first place. To see where our blue and black box materials end up, Luke and I decided to head over to the local MRF. That's a material recovery facility. Check it out.
Okay, recycling has become big business. That's why we've decided to bring you here to Metro Waste Facility. It's Ottawa's largest and most advanced MRF. Now that landfills have become critically overburdened with garbage, MRFs are happening places. We're going to speak to Dennis. He's one of the sorters here, and he's going to tell us exactly what goes on. Okay, so let me get this straight. All of the material from blue boxes and black boxes from all over Ottawa, homes and businesses, are brought here by trucks?
That's right. Once the materials have been dumped, they travel over a conveyor belt where the non-recyclables are pulled out by hand. Then, thanks to state-of-the-art automation, plastics, glass, and aluminum are separated into different groupings. The plastics are sorted even further as they go through an optical reader. In a fraction of a second, the optical reader will determine the composition of the item, and it's fast. It operates 16 hours a day, 5 days a week. Between this facility and the black box facility down the road, we recover approximately 160,000 tons of material a year.
So, Dennis, what do you guys do with this stuff?
Well, let me show you. These are bales of aluminum cans. It takes approximately 50,000 cans to make one of these bales. If you take a look around behind you, there's different types of plastics baled up. And over on that side back there, you have recycled milk and juice cartons.
Hard to believe that people are still throwing this stuff into the garbage. Check this out.
Next time you open a can of pop, think about this. It takes just 60 days for an aluminum pop can to be recycled and back on the store shelf with a brand new flavor. And I bet you didn't know that recycled plastic is now used to make everything from lawn chairs and playground equipment to t-shirts and sleeping bags. In fact, it only takes 9 large plastic pop bottles to make the insulation for this guy's ski jacket. Metro Waste estimates that the paper it recovers at this Ottawa facility alone saves 2.5 million trees every year. And because paper mills and all sorts of other businesses now use recovered recycled materials instead of brand new raw materials to make their products, there's a huge energy savings. But this can only happen if you use your blue and black boxes in the first place. Otherwise, it will never reach the MRF.
Okay, so garbage may never be one of those hot topics you just can't wait to call your best friend about, but I hope Luke and I have managed to unearth enough facts to show you why you have to be aware of how even the smallest things you do, like throwing your pop can in the trash, can have a huge effect on this planet. Garbage is a big concern, and it starts with you and me. So rethink how much garbage you make and what you do with it when you're done. Sending it to the landfill should be your last resort.